EOS, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. If we refer to our analysis, since the price was within this correction, we mentioned if we want how we can look for trade. And I mentioned if we get one move up, we can expect this one turn to flat and the price drop, because we mentioned we can put this one as a correction relative to this, because since what we get here is really sharp. That's why I mentioned if anyone wants to have a trade above this, to look for trade by having entry above the top. If the price tag within the 2 hours, if it's not moving as sharp at what we wanted, at least move our stop loss to break even or take out the trade. And this is where we could make a decision to take out the trade. And this is what we get. All right. Now the question is, since the price broke the previous low, but we didn't tag the lowest price of this shadow, now the question is whether we should consider for the divergence or not. It depends on the strategy traders they use. For sure, the best thing was if the price could retest 4.5 following by divergence, it could give us better confirmation for the reversal. All right. And at this point, now the question is whether we should look at this one as a flat, as a 1, 2 for one more drop before we take the reversal. This is the best, and it can give us a confirmation. All right. But how about if the price reverse from here? And we can, I mean, we don't need to consider this shadow. Okay, that's why if traders they want to look for buy, it depends on the strategy they use. And for me, I prefer this one, give me one more drop to see the confirmation before we take the reversal. This is the best. And if the price continue from here, the only times I will look for buy, if I see the sharp move flying by flag or correction, I see the breakout, may similar to what we have here, as just as an example. All right, that's why the best thing is if we get the drop, if we take the trade, and if the price consolidate here for longer time, then may we consider to put our entry above the top. At this point, we are not going to put our entry above the top. Either we wait for a drop before we take the reversal, or we see the sharp move flying by flag, we take the trade. At this point, this is what we can look for. But if the price consolidate here another a few hours, then from there, we need to make a decision whether we can put our entry above this top or not. All right. Anyway, from now, if we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it. And if we move to daily chart, this is what we can see, because the ways move is very corrective, and mostly we're looking for continuation. But the possibility of we will be within this correction for longer time, that means this one can turn to a more complex correction before we get, I mean, before we get the up move, even there is a possibility for price drop to 3.0 before we take the next trade. Right? We are not waiting for the price to drop to 3.0 before we take the trade. But if we want to look for buy, we need to know about this option. That's why I mentioned, based on lower time frame, if we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it, but we need to know how to manage it. If it's not moving our direction, we are not going to keep the trade for long term without the stop loss. And at this point, maybe we can consider this one as a flat. Okay. By the way, the best thing is we wait before we take the next trade, because at this point we don't see any trade set up, and in this case we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.